What is organizational culture? Organizational culture is the shared values, attitudes, and beliefs of people working in an organization. So ultimately, it's the way things are done in an organization. It's the way things are done that people get used to. If you go to, for example, Jira, you know what you expect. If you go to a certain restaurant, you know what to expect from that organization. It's got a feeling to it. Elements that affect the organizational culture, because it's not just made up of just one thing. But yes, the vision, firstly, is quite a big guiding factor. So this is an IB school, so therefore, a lot of the IB ethos will definitely affect the school, and that comes these vision. It comes with values as well. We've got the learner profiles. We've got the ATL skills, and we've got the inquiry cycle. We want everyone to be reflective. The values that are there, and these values are reflected in the practices that the school does. Hence, the summatives, the formatives, they all reflect the practices of the IB theme. And similarly, if you go to Apple, they have a very high customer service, customer orientated practices based on their values. Amazon, they have their practices based on their vision of trying to make it very customer centric and making it very easy for customers to obviously have the best experience, like they say on their website. Also, we have people, the people of the organization, very important in terms of they shape it. Obviously, everyone comes in with their own type of culture. So it's important to note that the people, I mean, an organization isn't just one person, but it's a group of people. And the people, obviously, that come in bring slightly their own way of doing things. Traditions, obviously, when it comes to traditions, we're talking about here in this case of the school traditions of the country, which is we can see that we have the Saudi Founders Day, we have the National Day, we have the Flag Day. Traditions are not lost. We have um, the the anthem being sung every morning, and it's heavily embedded into the culture. That anyone will know that this school is heavily tied with the ethos of the country within which it's operating in, and obviously leadership styles. I mean, most of you have been in a school and you've seen how it's different under one principle, under another principle, and another principle. You've seen yourselves how leadership affects the way the school is run. It's the best example for you to actually refer back to, and you can see how it's changed over at least the last 3 years you've seen. Types of organizational culture. Firstly, power, where it's concentrated with just one person or a few people who make all the decisions. It's very much autocratic type of leadership style. Then you've got a role culture where everyone knows what they're doing. We're working like a cog in a machine where everyone knows what they're doing. They help each other as part of a big operation. Task based, where we have everyone's just focusing, we've got to get this task together, we come and we do it and we tackle the problem and it's done. We've got a person culture where actually the people have in some ways have got a larger importance than the other cultures, where they are given the freedom to express themselves, to make those decisions, and take the organization into the direction that they want to go to. And finally, entrepreneurial culture, where the management encourages everyone to think like a businessman as if they were running the business for themselves. Cultural clashes can occur when organizations change. Um, Obviously, because when you have growth, let's start with, you have growth, meaning you're having new employees that are joining the company. So you have people who have been there for years and years, and you have people who have just come in. These new people and the old people who have been there established, their ideas will be at clashing in the beginning, or at least somewhat. They'll need time to uh, come together, the new and the old. That's an obvious clash. Similarly, with mergers, we have two business that are joining one business. They could be similar, joining with another business, but yet there's going to be different ways that they do certain things. It's inevitable. And finally, changes in leadership styles, again, is one of the main reasons that these clashes occur. Consequences of the clashes, well, it's obviously gonna, if it's not reduced, or shall I say, if it's not resolved, amicably and quickly, or prevented in some ways by having some type of educational program, and we'll go into more of the different ways that we can reduce these clashes. You'll have reduction in staff morale. They'll start feeling less motivated, producing less, making more mistakes, having more arguments, being absent more, leaving the company, which will equal more, turmoil and difficulty for HR, and most likely the company will be less profitable.